is it doesn't develop in the usual way. I really had a kind of moment of visualization. In some way, I imagined a situation, and so I asked my friend Balázs Szűcs, let's take some pictures, and based on my idea of the environment, I would like to be with this music. We traveled to a little city in Belgium, Dule, and people left this city because the environment was felt not safety to them anymore. I had a strong visual idea about a person who sitting in a situation where everything around him is just collapsed. All the certainty, all the usual things are disappeared. All the comfort is gone. He still has to exist. He's still there and he's trying to exist. It was important for me to feel that kind of moment. And these pictures was kind of helped me to put myself in intriguing situations, kind of out of my comfort zone. How we manage and how we survive in extreme circumstances without losing our mind. Yeah, the interesting thing is that there was no music, only a feeling. I couldn't describe it at first. At that point of my discovery, I had no clue about what kind of music it's going to be and no clue about what is going to be the name of the project or what is the essence terminology for this project. I sit behind the computer and I start to Googling my feelings. And the funny thing is that if you put if you describe your feelings to Google, he will give you all kind of relations to your description. Really by chance, I discovered this word, equanimity. I clicked on it and I read that what it means in the sense of psychology, religion, and spirituality. Exactly described it and popped out everything I was imagining and I was feeling. And yeah, that's the way I discovered the name of the project. Yeah, when we shoot the pictures, it was a doomsday scenario. I thought that would be interesting to combine elements. So I thought, let's try to find some instrumentation, and that became a kind of fusion of acoustic instruments and electronic instruments. It was really funny because the project I started to develop in 2019. Everything was okay around me. There was no reason to imagine a project like that. In a half year, the world around me is just collapsed, and somehow the project I was imagining and trying to find a definition. It started to become a reality around me. Since many people had to go in a kind of isolation and you had to stay at home, the circumstances kind of pushed you to find a different creative manner to develop writing music and recording music, there was no possibility to doing rehearsals and doing preparations for a band project. I started to realize that in some way I have to find different manners. All of my special guests I have in the CD, I send them my arrangement, and they played on it. I think the challenge was to express yourself in this situation, and that I think the value of this is that you pushing boundaries artistically yourself, and because you do it yourself, you have no help from the other, so you have to push yourself harder. I follow the social media page of Dave King, and he had a post on his page about that I'm a very nice guy, and actually I really like to collaborate with other musicians. Just send me your music and I will do my best I can. I sent my request and he was very enthusiastic about my project, and I was really lucky that he accepted to play on my music. I met Lisa Marie Simmons in Bremen, Germany, a couple years ago at the Jazz Tale event. When I was writing the music, some way I felt that in this project I really like to have some kind of lyrical aspects. I love poetry, and there was no question that I'm going to ask Lisa about write something on top of my music. Luckily she was very excited, and in no time she wrote two very beautiful texts. I contacted Marshall Kirtley, an old friend, a colleague, and he has this genius way to play with his fingers on the pad. Thought that's going to fit in that futuristic craziness what I'm trying to achieve, and in some way I convinced him, and I was very glad because he's a genius musician and a genius drummer. I think the role of the instrumentation is also trying to mirror the situation and the environment which this music is trying to be. There you have one side the traditional instruments, acoustic instruments, drum, saxophone, clarinet, flute, and then on the other side you have the futurism, the EV, electric wind instrument, finger drumming, electric drums. I also use a very interesting instrument called the TC Performer. This is a kind of synthesizer which you playing with your fingers, and as you moving your fingers, the sound is just getting in a kind of sonic and it's shaping way. So these two world is battling with each other. They're trying to make sense. One of my hero, Wayne Shorter, he said to him the word jazz means I dare you, and this is exactly I felt about how I want to progress in my musicianship. And I think when he says that I dare you, I think that is what actually defines my Ars Poetica as well. I will also try to go and find that expression. I'm daring. I want to experience. I want to go into that unknown territory. This experience starts with the intro and it continues to chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it ends with an epilogue. The epilogue is has a very special place in this project because I experienced something very tragic in the beginning of 2021. This loss is some way I try to interpret it in this small piece, and the arrangement was created in the moment. I used a kind of looping machine which creates a loop, and I try to play something in the moment. That creation is really a one-time creation because it's an improvisation, and it's just like a loss of somebody. It's a really unique thing because you cannot recreate it again, and that particular small piece is a one in a moment improvisation, which I never can recreate, just like a living being. There is no sane person born twice, as this improvisation cannot be played again in the same way, ever. Equanimity is helped us to find the center in ourself and move on, and that force is generates that energy which is take you to take the next step, and is always one step above the other step, and you don't know why you make that step, but everything, your body is there, so you feel you have to make that step, and that is equanimity to me, and this is what I learned from this experience, that whatever it comes, you make the next step, and the next step, and the next step, and equanimity keeps you in the center. I think this is it.